can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll move the wide receiver. Out wide right, it's Coleman. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Smothers. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line.
Man, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Scanning the field, it's Carter. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Takes the handoff. It's Smothers.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities, I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield, so a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names you just mentioned. We're expecting this running game to be elite.
The run to the left. Got some green grass. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Keeps it moving. It's Smothers. Turning it on. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose.
Well, this dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his second touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink.
Caught, and he's got room. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Drops back, it's Carter. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Second down to the air. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the second down completion was anything but productive. Third and long coming up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, it's Alexander. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Makes a move. Can they catch him? Touchdown Longhorns! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 20. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carter. The sure hands, it's Connor. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Throws for the tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. How about this free safety just being a football player and going and making the tackle?
Yeah, just playing free, right? Just floating around. He wasn't designed to blitz, but did a good job seeing the quarterback, going to him, getting him on the ground, and getting...
He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Commodores will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. As we check in with Holly.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are.
Snags it, and there's running room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. In the backfield, it's Townsend. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Second and long here. On the RPO, got him. There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the wideout. Keeping his eyes downfield. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Right side, it's Coleman. Touchdown, Texas! Made the... And then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time.
He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Commodores. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Under pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Out wide left, it's Thomas. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Back to throw, it's Carter. Takes a shot at the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first. Fires to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Hand off for Brown. Across the 45. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 3 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Catching up with the Texas head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Rushes on, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The fake wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Alexander. He's stopped. Third and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it down the field. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to run, it's Alexander. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey guys, checking in from the Longhorn sideline. Players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are.
Snags it and he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
A give to Brown. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Flying down the right side. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Long way to go on second down. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Alexander. And he breaks the play. Touchdown. Snags a quick pass on the left. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Again, it's Brown. Past the 6. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. On 1st down, it's Brown again. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off for Brown. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Vanderbilt's offense out there looking to start a productive drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Trying to make one miss. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. One more time, it's Brown. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, obviously, the running back has been the big story for this offense all season long, and the coaches talked about this in the offseason. They had to identify the right guy in the portal to help this offense be physical, to generate explosive plays, and really take them to the next level. They found their guy. This guy's been so good each and every week. He's been able to take care of himself, stay healthy, and he's gotten better as the season has gone on. And here we are, guys, late in the season. He's in Heisman contention, and he's got this team knocking on the doorstep of a college football playoff.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Here's Arch to throw. Rolls right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And it's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And they did tack on the extra point. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to them. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They give it to him again. He's past the sticks. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Leaves it in his belly. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Timeout called by the defense, 2:09 remaining on the clock.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Got some room headed to the goal line. I'm sorry, you're unlikely. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got the first down. At the 35, he's loose. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Arch is going to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Coleman. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Got him downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Commodores sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Holly, thank you. They'll move the tight end. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Right side, it's Young. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Move to his right. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Line getting set on 2nd down. Cuts it upfield. It's Smothers. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The give. Fights off a defender. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thank you.